Maybe you've heard people talking about natural ways to support your circulation, your energy, or your overall wellness as you get older. And if you've been feeling like things just aren't working quite the way they used to, whether that's stamina, drive, or just general vitality, I want you to know you're not alone in wondering if there's something you can do that feels natural and safe. Well, I'm Dr. Nerea Wolf, urologist and pelvic surgeon, and if you ever face questions or concerns about your urological health, stay with us. We're here to help you understand your body with clarity and comfort. Today, we're going to talk about cloves, yes, the spice you might have in your kitchen cabinet, and what the actual science says about how it might support vascular health, inflammation, and overall wellness. But I'm also going to be really honest with you about what cloves can't do, because my job isn't to sell you miracle cures. It's to help you understand your body and make informed decisions based on real evidence. So let's talk about what's actually happening in your body as you age, and where something like cloves might or might not fit into that picture. Here's the truth. As men get older, things change. That's not a judgment. It's just biology. And understanding what's actually happening inside your body is the first step to doing something about it. When you're in your 50s, 60s, and beyond, several systems start to shift. Your blood vessels become less flexible, circulation slows down a little bit, your hormone levels, including testosterone, gradually decline. Your nervous system doesn't respond quite as quickly, and all of this adds up to feeling less energetic, less driven, and sometimes less confident in your body's abilities. Now, one of the most important things I tell my patients is this. Erectile function is actually a window into your overall health. When you look at men who start experiencing erectile dysfunction, research shows that about 14% of them will experience a cardiovascular event, like a heart attack, within 7 years. That's because erectile function depends on healthy blood flow, balanced hormones, and a well-functioning nervous system. It's what we call a biomarker of health. So when circulation starts to slow, it doesn't just affect one part of your body, it affects everything. Your energy levels drop, your recovery time gets longer, and yes, sometimes sexual function changes too. Let's break down what's actually happening. Blood flow. Your arteries are supposed to be flexible, allowing blood to move freely. But over time, inflammation and oxidative stress can make those vessels stiffer. That means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your tissues, including the ones that matter for male health. Hormones. Testosterone production naturally decreases with age. And while testosterone alone doesn't control erectile function, it does play a role in sex drive, energy, and overall vitality. Nervous system. Your nerves carry the signals that create arousal and physical response. When circulation is poor, those nerves don't get the oxygen they need, and that signal transmission can weaken. Inflammation. Chronic low-level inflammation is one of the biggest factors in aging. It damages blood vessels, interferes with nerve signaling, and disrupts hormonal balance. So the question becomes, is there anything that can help support these systems naturally? And that's where we start looking at things like antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and nutrients that support vascular health. This is where cloves come into the conversation. Cloves are the dried flower buds of a tree called Syzygium aromaticum. They've been used in traditional medicine for centuries, and modern research has started to look at why that might be. Here's what we actually know from peer-reviewed studies. 1. Antioxidant power cloves are one of the most antioxidant-rich spices ever tested. They contain high levels of compounds called polyphenols, which help neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that damage cells, blood vessels, and tissues over time. That's important because oxidative stress is a major contributor to aging and cardiovascular decline. 2. Eugenol, the active compound. The main bioactive ingredient in cloves is eugenol. Research published in sources like the National Library of Medicine and reviewed by organizations like the Cleveland Clinic shows that eugenol has anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and mild vasodilatory properties. That means it may help blood vessels relax slightly, which can support better circulation. But here's the important part. Eugenol is not a drug. It doesn't work like Viagra or other medications. It's a gentle, supportive compound that may help your vascular system function a little better over time, but it's not going to create an instant change. 3. Manganese and testosterone support. Cloves contain manganese, a trace mineral that's involved in many enzyme reactions, including those related to testosterone synthesis. Manganese doesn't create testosterone, but it helps the enzymes that do. So if you're deficient in manganese, supplementing it, whether through cloves or other sources, might help support normal hormonal balance. 4. Anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation damages blood vessels and interferes with nerve function. Studies suggest that compounds in cloves can help reduce markers of inflammation, which may support overall vascular health. 5. Blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. Some research indicates that clove extract may help improve insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. This matters because high blood sugar damages blood vessels over time, leading to reduced circulation and nerve damage, both of which affect erectile function and overall energy. 6. Digestive and liver support. Cloves have been shown to stimulate digestive enzymes, which helps your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. They may also support liver function by reducing oxidative stress. A healthy liver is essential for hormone metabolism, including testosterone. Now, I want to be very clear. There is no study that says cloves will boost libido by 300% or create dramatic changes overnight. That kind of claim is not supported by science. What the research does suggest is that cloves, as part of a healthy lifestyle, may offer gentle support for circulation, inflammation, and metabolic health. If you're looking for a quick fix or a miracle cure, cloves aren't it. But if you're looking for a natural, safe way to support your body's systems over time, they might be worth considering alongside other healthy habits. Okay, so if you're interested in trying clove water, let's talk about how to do it correctly, because most people either prepare it wrong or use it in ways that don't actually help. How to prepare clove water. 1. Use about 5 whole cloves and 1 cup, 200 ml of water. That's it. 2. Place the cloves in a small pot and add the water. 3. Bring it to a gentle boil, then reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. 4. Keep the lid on during this process. Eugenol is volatile, which means it can evaporate with the steam. If you leave the pot uncovered, you're losing some of the beneficial compounds. 5. After simmering, remove the pot from heat and let it cool for about 1-2 hours, still covered. 6. Strain the liquid and drink it slowly. When to drink it. I usually recommend having clove water about 1 to 2 hours before bed. That gives your body time to absorb the compounds during the night, when repair and hormone regulation naturally occur. But if you find that it makes you feel too alert or disrupts your sleep, try having it earlier in the evening. Common mistakes people make. Boiling it too briefly. If you only steep cloves for a minute or 2, you're not extracting enough of the active compounds. Leaving the pot uncovered. This lets the eugenol evaporate, reducing the effectiveness. Drinking it right before bed. For some people, cloves can be mildly stimulating, which might interfere with sleep. Using too much. More is not better. High doses of eugenol can irritate your stomach or, in extreme cases, affect liver function. Expecting overnight results. This is not a medication. It's a supportive habit that works gradually over weeks or months. Who should be careful? If you have diabetes or take blood sugar medication, cloves can lower blood sugar slightly. Monitor your levels and talk to your doctor. If you're on blood thinners, eugenol has mild anticoagulant properties, so you need medical guidance before using it regularly. If you have liver disease, high doses of clove extract could potentially cause problems. Stick to culinary amounts and consult your doctor. And please, if you're experiencing serious erectile dysfunction, low energy, or other health concerns, don't rely on cloves alone. See a urologist. Get your hormone levels checked. Look at your cardiovascular health. Cloves can be part of a healthy lifestyle, but they're not a substitute for medical care. Let me be really honest with you. If you want to improve your circulation, your energy, and your sexual health as you age, clove water alone isn't going to get you there. What will help is a comprehensive approach to your overall health. Here's what actually makes a difference. 1. Cardiovascular exercise. Regular aerobic activity, walking, swimming, cycling, improves blood flow, strengthens your heart, and keeps your blood vessels flexible. This is one of the most effective things you can do for erectile function and overall vitality. 2. Resistance training. Lifting weights or doing body weight exercises helps maintain muscle mass and supports testosterone production. It also improves insulin sensitivity, which protects your vascular health. 3. A healthy diet. A. Focus on whole foods, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, and fish. Avoid excessive sugar and processed foods, which drive inflammation and damage blood vessels. 4. Sleep. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone and regulates testosterone. Poor sleep disrupts these processes and contributes to low energy and reduced sexual function. 5. Stress management. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which suppresses testosterone and damages blood vessels. Finding ways to manage stress, whether through meditation, therapy, hobbies, or time in nature, is essential. 6. Avoiding smoking and excessive alcohol. Smoking damages blood vessels and dramatically increases the risk of erectile dysfunction. Alcohol in excess disrupts hormone balance and impairs nerve function. 7. Medical care. When needed. If you're experiencing persistent erectile dysfunction, low energy, or other symptoms, see a doctor. Get your testosterone levels checked. Have a cardiovascular workup. There may be underlying issues that need treatment, and catching them early makes a huge difference. Clove water can fit into this picture as a small supportive habit. It's not going to replace exercise, good sleep, or medical care, but as part of a holistic approach, it might offer some gentle benefits over time. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Your body is still capable of healing, adapting, and functioning well, even as you age, but it needs the right support. That means taking care of your circulation, your hormones, your nervous system, and your overall health through consistent, evidence-based habits. Cloves aren't a miracle cure. They're a spice with some interesting research behind them, and they might offer gentle support for inflammation, circulation, and metabolic health. But they're just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. If you're feeling less energetic, less confident, or less like yourself, I encourage you to take a comprehensive look at your health. Move your body, eat well, sleep enough, manage your stress, and don't hesitate to seek medical care when you need it. Your health is worth investing in, not because you need to chase youth, but because you deserve to feel strong, capable, and confident in your body at any age. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it.